Alright, what is going on? X-Chopper coming at you with a commentary. The topic is going to be about Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and the Blackout beta. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you know that all last week, up until Sunday, or Monday actually, we had the Blackout beta. It started, it was a week on PS4 and about 3 or 4 days on PC and Xbox. I played the beta on PC on the early access day, which was on Thursday. And then I played the Xbox beta. I got access to that on Sunday with linking your gamer tag with your Call of Duty account or whatever. Like, they tweeted about it if you wanted a beta code without pre-ordering. So luckily I was able to try out the console beta and the PC beta. So I'm just going to go through with some of my impressions, some things I liked and some things I didn't like. And then I'm going to talk about some suggestions of things that I think if Treyarch was able to implement them into Blackout mode, at least not for launch, but maybe over time with updates or something throughout the life cycle of the game. Some things that they could add in that would make Blackout a little more interesting and keep it fresh. So yeah, here we go. So like I just said, I played the PC beta first. And my first game was pretty cool. I think I got, actually on my first game, I actually think I got 4th. But I only got 1 kill because I was kind of being a little passive and camping a little bit. My first drop zone ever was at the construction sites, so it was pretty cool. The PC beta is really fun. The controls are awesome. It kind of feels like PUBG in a way, playing it on PC, because PUBG became popular on PC, like it debuted on PC. So playing the PC beta gave me a PUBG vibe, pretty hardcore, and it was nice. Unfortunately for me, my PC's not that good. So I had to play the Blackout PC beta on all low or off settings. So everything was either on low, very low, or off, whichever the lowest option was for each thing. Which was kind of unfortunate. That was the only way I was able to get a performance that was playable, which stinks, but it still played fine and it really didn't look too bad. But if you're listening and you had to play on all low, you could vibe with what I'm getting at. But it just sucks. Like, I wanted to buy the game on PC, but my hardware is probably going to limit me to just getting it on Xbox. So anyway, the looting on PC is awesome. It's very seamless. It's a lot easier than PUBG, in my opinion, because PUBG, you see the items on the ground, and it's, unless you're like a PUBG pro, you're really not going to know what's on the ground until you get right up on it and it tells you what it is. But with Blackout, you see the things on the ground, but if you just slightly look at it, it'll have a little HUD icon floating above it, telling you like what it is and like giving you a clearer view of the item, which is pretty nice. So it makes looting really fast. You don't even really have to think too much. Just go in the room, hit whatever your pickup key is. For me, I just left the default with F. So go in the room, hit F a few times, pick up all the items, and you're pretty good to go. Going through the inventory, seamless too. Pretty easy to go through the inventory. You just hold tab. Or for me, I rebound it or binded it to one of my mouse buttons on the side. So it's pretty simple. You just hold the button, move the mouse around, change around what you need, and just get on with your day. And if you activate auto run, you can just make your character keep running while you go through the inventory. So it's pretty seamless. There's not that many buttons you need to press because keyboard and mouse, there's a ton of things you could bind to. So it's not like playing with the controller where you got to press and hold buttons to get to certain menus and shit, which is kind of annoying. So PC is definitely nice and seamless. I think that's the best way to play Blackout is on the PC with mouse and keyboard. Plus, the fun thing about PC is that there's a text chat that everyone who's alive can use and see. And on my first game ever, when we were in the helicopter landing, a lot of people were typing in, has thanked the bus driver. So it kind of looked like Fortnite. And it said, Billy Bob has thanked the bus driver. So every match I won in ever since my first one, I opened up the text chat and I would type that in, has thanked the bus driver. So it's pretty funny. It's kind of obvious that the people who are playing the Blackout beta, like 99% of them have played Fortnite. So it was pretty funny. I thought that was interesting. Would have been cool if console could have had that feature, but obviously with the lack of a keyboard, really can't do that. So the PC beta was good. I got a lot of cool kills, a lot of awesome moments. It's not hard to aim at people. Fortnite, I always feel like I have a hard time aiming at people because when you jump high, and they're always building up and stuff. So I just had a hard time aiming at Fortnite with mouse and keyboard. I mean, obviously you can do it, but you can't really just jump right in and start dominating. Blackout, I just hopped right in and was killing. I mean, granted, I have years of Call of Duty experience on console and on PC, so it's not like I had to learn how to play Call of Duty on PC. But aiming at people was seamless. It was simple to control the recoil, and it was nice. It felt like I was playing Call of Duty, but in Battle Royale form. It was like it kind of felt like a mod in some way, like a Blackout or a Call of Duty mod. Because BO4 feels like BO3 very much, like the engine's pretty much the same, so it's really cool. So it kind of feels like it's a mod for BO3 when you play it on the computer. But anyway, that's besides the point. So, like I said, I also tried the Xbox beta. That was fun too, the Blackout console beta. And I always, back in the day, Call of Duty was like primarily played on console for me. So playing the Blackout beta on console, I think, was just more natural. All the controls felt similar, like an OG Call of Duty game would, except now it was Battle Royale. So that was also seamless for me to pick up and start doing pretty well. Just shooting at people, just felt like playing another normal Call of Duty game. Felt like playing BO3, but Battle Royale, pretty much. It's a good way to look at it, other than the visuals. The visuals on console, it's kind of unfortunate that they had to lower the textures as much as they did to make the game run well. I'm using the fat original Xbox One, like the big fat black one. But even on that, it still ran super good. It didn't look that bad. I think the Blackout beta on Xbox looks better than PUBG does on Xbox. And PUBG had a lot more time to like optimize and shit. But anyway, so it's still playable. It's still visually nice. I mean, you can't really have the graphics too high because then your console's going to shit the bed. But I did notice from playing Blackout that my Xbox gets super hot. Like I would put my hand over the top part of the console that has the airflow on the right side of the original Xbox One. And there's nothing but intense heat coming out. So Blackout is really pushing your console to the limits. I wonder how it would play on the Xbox One X. It would probably be more visually in line with the PC. Because PC, if you have a 1080 Ti, you could crank this shit way high and it's going to look awesome. You would never be able to achieve that on an Xbox or a PS4. I don't even think you'd be able to achieve that on a PS4 Pro. But the Xbox One X would be close to that. Not exactly like a 1080 Ti, but maybe more in line with a 1070 or something. But I could be wrong. I don't really know the specs of the Xbox One X too well. But yeah, going through the inventory on console surprisingly wasn't as bad as I thought it would be because I played the PC one first and was so used to the seamless inventory management. Console, it's really not that hard. Once you get used to it, I could foresee people getting really good at going through the inventory to the point where it's not going to be an issue. Managing the inventory on PUBG on console is a fucking joke. Like, it's so difficult, especially if you played PUBG on PC first like I did and were used to how easy that was, and then you jump on console and try it there. It's too many buttons, you gotta remember what they do, so it's not fun. Blackout's nice and seamless. Even with that quick menu or whatever, that's pretty helpful, and it's nice that it auto disappears after about 5 seconds. I saw on a Reddit post that they were planning on, like, once you start sprinting or once you start aiming or something, that'll automatically make it go away too. So that's really nice because it sucks if the menu's up, you can't, like, pick stuff up or you can't revive your teammates. So if the game knows you're trying to, like, get back in combat by sprinting or aiming, it'll get rid of the menu, which will allow you to pick stuff up or revive teammates without really having to think about putting the menu down. Because at first I kept hitting down on the D-pad to get rid of the menu, and I didn't really like that. But then I realized it auto disappeared, so that was nice. So yeah, all in all with my impressions, Blackout beta is fun on both PC and console. If you're playing the beta or playing Blackout on console, you're really not missing out too much as the PC guys. Like PUBG playing on PC is way more ideal than console. But with Blackout, you could still play on console and get the 100% satisfaction and enjoyment. Just because Call of Duty has always been primarily dominant on console. So it just kind of feels at home playing it there. So you don't need to feel like you're missing out. I'm going to be buying it on console anyway. And maybe over time when I upgrade my hardware on my PC, I'll grab it on PC too. Because Blackout's going to have a long lifespan. So I'm not really worried about after 1 year it's going to feel outdated or anything. But yeah, playing on console is pretty good. So now we're going to move on to the second part. This is a part I'm going to say some things and suggestions that I think Blackout should change, add, or remove. Obviously, the first one's the armor. You've heard people talking about armor all the time. kind of sucks the situation it's in, because like if someone has level 3 armor, even if you both have 200 health from a trauma kit, if you guys start shooting at each other at the exact same time in the exact same spot, even like you're just not gonna, the guy with the armor is gonna win. And like it's unfortunate that it's that way. Even if like you shoot them in the head, they still got head protection from level 3 armor. So level 3 armor is really not that balanced. The only way you could really take someone out is if you team fire a level 3 armor guy. The only armor that should be in the game is level 1 armor. 2 and 3 should be gone, and level 1 armor should be pretty tough to find. But I don't know. They're going to have to do their testing. On a Reddit post, they said they were going to tweak armor, so it's hopefully not going to be as bad. But level 3 armor is in a really bad spot right now, and it's probably still going to be, people are still probably going to complain about it once the game drops, I feel like. But we'll see. We'll have to wait. That's really my only complaint is armor. One thing that I praise about Blackout, that I praise so much, is the zombies elements. All the things from zombies that are in Blackout, like the zombies themselves that spawn at the different locations, the zombie, like the actual zombie locations, like the asylum, the boxing gym, the diner from Transit, the maze from Buried, and I don't even know if there's more. The lighthouse from Call of the Dead, there's one, and I'm not sure if there's more zombie locations that I can't really think of right now. But all those locations are by far my favorite spots to go to. I guess Nuketown counts as a zombie location too because of the Nuketown zombie map. But all those locations are my favorite. You could use the zombies strategically, like instead of just killing them for loot, you could just kind of train them up. That's what I was doing. I landed at Asylum a lot, and I would just rally zombies behind me, and their footsteps kind of cover up your footsteps, so you can run around and not really have to worry too much. And if there's enemies around, the zombies kind of like disorientate things. And if you land at a zombie location, you'll see zombies chasing players, so you'll know where they are. It's just super awesome. I was addicted at landing at Verrucht, or Asylum I should say, almost every match I did. Actually, the clip that you probably already saw of me winning, I landed at Verrucht at the start of that game, and it was super cool. And actually the game before that, which there's no gameplay in this video, I landed at Verrucht, and the circle ended there, and it was me and one other guy. I was at Verrucht the whole game, but I kind of got a little hesitant at the end, and at the final circle the guy pushed me and threw flashbang, so I got killed. But it's just fun. Everything about the zombies in Blackout was cool. Even the ray gun, again, the ray gun in Blackout is sick. There was one time on the PC beta, I had an awesome experience. I don't have any gameplay, so I'd have to explain it. I was in a building and a guy jumped through the front, and I was shooting at him with the Titan machine gun, but he had an SMG, and I was spraying at him, hit fire, but only like 1 or 2 bullets hit him. But he brought my health down really low, so I ran around a corner, healed up pretty quick, switched to the ray gun because you could take it out fast. And he was pushing me, but I had the ray gun out, and 2 shots to his feet, and he was dead. It was kind of not that balanced. But, I mean, Battle Royale is not balanced. It's all RNG and who gets lucky at finding stuff. But it was, like, so satisfying using the ray gun to, like, kill an actual player rather than zombies. But I just naturally shot at his feet and at the ground like you would in zombies if there was a horde behind you. So it just felt so natural doing it. And it was probably the best moment I had in the beta. I never thought in Call of Duty history, back in World at War, that I would actually be able to use the ray gun in about a decade to kill people online. That was really cool. I wonder what the guy's reaction was when like he was pushing me around the corner and I blasted him with the ray gun, because he should have won that gunfight. He had more health than me and he had a better gun, but since I had the ray gun I was able to like kill him. But it was cool. So it leads me to think of some suggestions that they should implement into Blackout from zombies. One thing is that they should add other wonder weapons. Now, you gotta hear me out. Obviously, that's gonna be overpowered, like if you walk into a room and a guy blasts you with the thunder gun. But it would be cool if they did like a special event mode or something that like featured the wonder weapons in it, like a limited time mode, like how Fortnite does, called like Wonder Weapon, where like you'll actually be able to find the Wonder Walk, the Thunder Gun, the Freeze Ray, the Shrink Ray, the Scavenger from Call of the Dead, shit like that. Obviously, it'll be a special limited time mode, so it won't be that serious. So if you get killed by one of those things, you'll like expect it because it's in that mode and not in the regular solos or duos. I think that would add a lot of depth to the Blackout mode and keep it feeling fresh. because all those wonder weapons were only ever used to kill zombies, but now using them in a battle royale and actually like going to loot boxes and then finding it would just be satisfying, and then killing people with it. The Wonder Waff would be a little OP, the Thunder Gun would be OP, pretty much even the Scavenger would be OP. They would all be OP, but since it's limited time, it would just be fun and hectic and chaos, and I just think that would be super fun. I also think they need to put more Easter eggs. There had to have been a ton of Easter eggs in the beta, but the one that made me made me feel like back in 2008 was going to Asylum and flushing the toilet 3 times, and it activates the Easter egg song. Like, that's the coolest fucking thing ever, and they didn't need to put that in Blackout, but they did, and it's fucking sweet. So if they had more zombies Easter eggs incorporated into Blackout, that would be awesome. Like if they put 3 teddy bears randomly around the entire map and you were somehow able to like activate them, it would like maybe activate a cool Easter egg that everyone would be able to notice. Like it would play like a short song, or it would like put something in the sky or something, or it would change the look of the map. Something like that, like just putting teddy bears around, I think it would be really cool. It's just like things like that, all these Easter eggs in the Blackout would make it a little more enjoyable. And I think if they added like iconic zombie weapons into the game, like in the beta they actually added the MP40. If you killed the zombie, it dropped an MP40. So that's like a perfect example. They could add like the Tommy gun from Mob of the Dead. They could add the bootlegger from Shadows of Evil. All like the iconic zombie weapons. If they put them in Blackout as loot you get from shooting zombies, that'd be really awesome. And one thing I think that would be the best incorporation, or best thing for them to incorporate in the Blackout, would be the transit bus, but not as a drivable vehicle, as like it actually functioned in the map like the zombie map transit. Say they gave the bus 5 predetermined routes, and at the beginning of each match it randomly chooses one of those routes, so the bus isn't the same every game. And throughout the match, the bus will just drive to all these locations over and over, and it'll stop and honk and chill there for a little bit, and then like you can get on it and it'll honk and go to the next place. I think that would be really, really awesome if you were playing Blackout and you would see the bus moving on its own, and you wouldn't know if there was a team in it or not, so you can kind of go hijack the bus and see if there's people in it or if there's not people in it. Or if you're like chilling at Nuketown or something and the bus is coming across the bridge and stops at Nuketown and you hear it honk, you're not gonna you're not gonna know if there's people on the bus or not, like getting dropped off. So you kind of gotta like be cautious to like pay attention to see if people got off the bus or not. I just think if they put the transit bus in Blackout, it would be super cool. But then again, it's just another thing for the game to load, this bus going around the map, and like, are people even gonna take advantage of it if there's vehicles already in the map? Stuff like that is like gotta be questioned. But just like the idea on paper sounds really cool. Just as a zombie nerd like I am, that would be really cool. And then they already had the zombie bosses. Having the Panzer Soldat come in would be cool. Hellhounds, all things like that. So my last recommendation is that they need to definitely update the map over time, pretty much similar to how Fortnite does. It would keep the map fresh, and it would make it not get stale. Maybe destroy some parts, add new parts in, add new zombie maps, get rid of some zombie maps, like add Nocturne Toten as a location you can go to, add the factory from Der Riese, that'd be really awesome. Or even anything, just make a second map, just add maps over time with DLC maybe, just keep the game fresh. Anyway, that's my rant, that's my rambling, kind of losing track at the end, just talking more about things they should add. Zombies elements, zombies in Blackout is what makes it fun. It's like they're not leaving out everyone. They wanted to do 10 years of the Black Ops series, and they could have easily just focused on multiplayer and campaign, but they didn't, and they acknowledged how important zombies is, and they put it into the PvP Blackout mode. So it's just really awesome, and it's the best part of Blackout by far, is all the zombies parts. So leave comments, let me know what you guys think. If you actually watched this long, I really appreciate you. If you're at this part, go into the comment section and type in "Blackout is amazing" in all caps, and I'll know you made it this far, and I really appreciate you. So this has been X Chopper. Leave some comments down below of things you agreed or disagreed with me on this video. Any suggestions you'd like to see Treyarch put in. Let's start a conversation. So please subscribe. Please give a thumbs up if you liked. Thanks for watching. This has been X Chopper. Peace.